Hey, my truth seekers, how are you guys doing? Welcome to my show, Real Talk with your girl, Lady D. Let me make sure that I check my mic to make sure that everything is okay. What I need to go ahead and start doing, I need to make me a intro. Yes, that's what I need to start doing me an intro so I can go ahead and do this delay so I won't have to interfere with everything. So, guys, when you come on, make sure you hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. Yes, indeed. But we're going to get on with our show, guys, because, like I said, I always call it never gloat over no one's demise because today is them, tomorrow it can be you. So, we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about all that in case you guys don't know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about all the stuff that is going on with Sean Combs. And we see that 50 Cent, what he's doing is he's gloating. So let me make sure I get all this together. So again, guys, welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D. However you feel led, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button. Come in and share these videos for more unapologetic content because for some reason, YouTube be hating. I mean, yesterday I came on and I did a live. I had almost 65 viewers. And to me, that's a lot. Okay. That is a lot. 65. And once I went ahead and, closed my live, I'm looking only 24. But I saw other content creators, they was complaining about their numbers as well. So I said, now what's going on? And then I was monetized, woke up this morning, they demonetized that video, but you know how it is. Every time when you talk about what I call the power that be, then they got something to say. But long as we dragging our people, everything is fine. Okay. So guys, welcome again to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D, unapologetic and non-biased. And like I said, this channel may not be for you. This channel is for grown folks. Okay. People that is not in their feelings, people that's not on milk, but they are on meat. So like I said, it is what it is. So if you can't stand the heat, then you're going to have to get out of the kitchen. Okay. Yes, indeed. Yeah. I'm not gonna tell you no lie. I want some clicks and likes, but I'm gonna stand on my truth. So before I get on with everything, guys, let me make sure I get this out the way because you know how it is in here. I want to go ahead and read my copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, research. For fair use is used permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. So, guys, yes, as you can see, all the stuff that is going on with Sean Combs, and like I said, you do the crime, you do the time, but he have not been charged for anything, and it is just so gut wrenching, especially when it comes to our people. How we love to help these people do their jobs, and I always talk about that. I say, let these people do their jobs. That's what they get paid for. And the thing about it, 50 Cent, he was just gloating and going around and just poking fun and just saying all types of stuff. And the minute when he did it, what happened? His stuff started coming out. Okay. That's how it is. But before I get into all that, I want to go ahead and give my condolences, yes, to Louis Gossip Jr. He's right here. It says this article, the first black man to win the best supporting actor Oscar, died at 87. That's what it says. I'm trying to see if I can read it. Yes, Louis Gossip Jr. So we're going to go ahead and give our condolences and our prayers out to him because he brought in some good movies and stuff like that. So we have to give honor where honor is due. Okay. So before I continue with my commentary, because like I said, I want to go ahead and talk about it because you cannot gloat over no one's downfall. And one thing that we do know, karma knows your address. That's one thing they will never forget. So let me go ahead and play this right quick. And then I'm going to go in with my commentary. So again, guys, I see that I have 11 people. Like I said, this is a very small channel, but just support. It's not going to hurt to go ahead and click that like button. If you are in here, if you feel like, it's something that, you can get off it, just go ahead and hit that like button. And also have my Cash App. If you want to go ahead and hit the Cash App, Real Talk 985. And like I said, when it comes to this channel right here, no one loves the truth, but who's going to tell it? Somebody got to tell it. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you this right quick, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get in with my commentary.
Learn, because you're on your way up. And the things that tempt people to fall, you and I are not free from that temptation, nor from the weakness that will cause us to stumble and fall. When you laugh at somebody else's fall, white or black, rich or poor, your enemy or your friend, you are laughing and opening a way for your own demise when you do that. Because to laugh and not learn, to make mockery and not to understand, is to make the same mistake yourself. Did you hear me?
Did y'all hear? So, like I said, it doesn't pay off. It doesn't pay off to sit there and laugh and gloat over someone else's downfall, because like I said, today is dim and tomorrow it can be you. So let me go ahead and pull this up right here, this article right here, where it says that Daphne Joy, yes, Daphne Joy, she's fighting back, because 50 Cent is going around, saying some stuff about her. And, she said, let me go ahead and read this article. This article is by News Nation. It says right here, Daphne Joy says rapper 50 Cent, and I'm going to say grape and physically abuse her. So he's saying, it's a lie. But like I said, he only getting back of what he went ahead and he dished out. Like I said, even if Sean Combs did what he did, that is not for him to sit there and gloat. If anything, if you see your brothers or your sister, if you see them falling, then you pray for them. You don't go around, you gloat. And if he did something to you, all you seeing right now is he's reaping a harvest. So you don't gloat over something like that. So let's go ahead and read this right here. It says 50 Cent made fun of Joy over suit claiming she was, I'm going to say, a concubine for Diddy. I'm not going to go ahead and say the word, saying, that I guess she was getting paid to be with Diddy. Okay. And I guess, most of all that started because that's his ex. And also he has a child for her. Yeah, I think the child is like 12 years old, is a boy. And it also says that Joy denies these allegations, says that 50 Cent was abusive. A rapper says Joy did this because he's seeking sole custody of the son. Now, come on, guys. Now, 50 Cent wants sole custody of her son, and we already know that the son that he have, I think he most likely probably about in his 20s or going on his 30s, they don't even communicate with each other. He was saying, and I'm gonna say allegedly, that his father was a deadbeat. Now, all of a sudden, you trying to get full custody of your son. Now, much as he's on the road and he travels, how he's going to be able, to do all that, make it make sense. So I'm going to go ahead and read a little bit. But yes, this is Daphne. She's sitting there. She's saying that, he was abusive and also great. Now, that's right there. That's big. And especially, when it comes to the Me Too movement. So she's saying it as well. So I want to see how all this right here is going to play out. That's why I sit there and say, guys, you better be careful because what goes around comes around. Amen. And when it comes around your way, you may not be able to handle it. So right here it says that actress, I didn't know she was an actress, Daphne Joy says her ex-husband, rapper 50 Cent, had raped her and physically abused her. I am tired of upholding and protecting an image to our son that you have never earned. So she was saying, pretty much just like his oldest son said, he's a deadbeat. And she also says that let's put the real focus on your true evil action of raping me and physically abusing me. And Joy also wrote in an Instagram post Thursday, you are no longer my oppressor, and my God will handle you for this point on. And absolutely, you've seen it right now because he was doing a little too much. I mean, a little too much. I don't know if it was just clout chasing. I don't know what it was, but you don't gloat over no one's downfall because we already see, especially when you look at some of these news media or these sites, TMZ, I don't know what you call it, a tabloid or whatever they call it. Most of that stuff, it's not even accurate. It's like they just running before the horse trying to find something, to incriminate or, to help whoever, the investigators to do their job. But like I said, they're insane, let these people do their job. And the sad part about it is it's our people that is just helping. I mean, to me, it's just like gut wrenching. But like I said, guys, you have to be careful how you put your mouth on people because you reap what you sow. Words are seeds. Words are seeds. Whatever you put out in the atmosphere, believe it, it's going to come back. So right here it says the post come after 50 Cent, whose real name is Curtis James Jackson. He made fun of Joy on Instagram over a lawsuit filed by music producer Rodney Little Rod Jones. And we already know he is the one that also is suing Sean Combs. And if I'm not mistaken, I think he's suing a lot of people. I thought I saw, in the document, I saw Motown. Yes, Motown as well. So he's trying to go ahead and sue Sean Combs and also, other people. But trust me, they're gonna see straight through all this right here, in which he called her a concubine for the hip hop executive and producer. Combs is currently involved in several lawsuits. Yes, he is, that accuses him of sexual abuse and sex trafficking. Two of his property was raided by federal law enforcement earlier this week, although they have not confirmed this was in connection to the litigation. And we already saw how they went about it, when it came to raiding Sean Combs' house. To me, it was like an overkill. It was just too excessive. So it's just like, it was a lot. To me, it was like they was trying to show other people, if you cross certain people, this is exactly what's going to happen. Because I don't think that they should have went in that way, in the way that they went ahead and they just trashed this man's house, trashed the kids' rooms, and I mean, just went through everything. And then the thing about it is how they handcuffed, his sons, and they didn't handcuff him. That's the part that I didn't understand. If anybody, you should have went ahead and put handcuffs on. You should have went, and put it on Sean Combs, but they didn't do it. And I saw this picture right here. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think TMZ, and I mean, TMZ just be all over the place. I mean, all over the place. It's like they just camp out in front of Sean Combs' home, and now they want to go ahead and take pictures of, his daughters, having family times with his daughter. And I don't know, guys, but you know how it is. And those that, been following me for a very, very long time, when I call something, you could go ahead and take it to the bank. Because just like when it came to 50 Cent, if you look on my community tab, look, I already said there, I was on my job with that right there. And once I woke up, what they were saying that he got some allegations that's, someone is trying to sue him now. You see, like I said, you reap what you sow. But the thing about it is that, let this man, enjoy himself with his children, and know in the world that they should, take this right here and wants to, make a mockery. But like I said, most of this stuff right here is what I call a public lynching. That's exactly how I go ahead and call this right here. But we already know that it's really, because I already saw this right here. It's not really Sean Combs that they really wanted. I saw that they wanted Jay-Z. And the only reason why they couldn't get Jay-Z is because he's covered by a strong black woman. And you know good and well, they're not going to mess with Beyonce brand and Jay-Z brand at the same time. But they have so much stuff that they can go ahead and they can start digging in, but they're not going to go ahead and talk about their stuff. They can talk, look, like, to me, it's like a cover up, because every time when something big come out about what, something going on with Nickelodeon and all this other stuff with the campaign and Trump, I think he goes to trial next month, then all of a sudden, something like this comes out, because, it's just a distraction. All this right here is a distraction. And right here, let me see if I can read it. I say, brothers and sisters, if someone is caught in a sin, you who live by the Spirit should restore that person gently, but watch yourself, or you also may be tempted. So that's coming out of Galatians 6:1. So if you see your brother or your sister, is falling, or they are tempted, you pray for that person. You pray for that person. And Boosie said it well. I was watching a clip when Boosie had came on, and he talked about, how Sean Combs had so many people around him celebrating him and going to his parties. And the minute, when he fell down, then everybody, they ran. But that's the way that our people do. That's the way that our people do. No other race would do that but our people. When something happened, we just scatter. We just distance ourselves. Don't want to be a part of that person. And that's how I call, you're going to know your true friends. Because when all hell break loose, that means that the Most High God, what he's doing is he's separating the sheeps from the goats, those snakes that's in the grass. Because if they were a real friend, I don't give a care if you going through hell or high water. They're going to be right there for you. They're not going to sit there and run when the heat is on. So now he knows who his friends. And I understand, especially when stuff like this happen, I mean, this right here, this is big. And a lot of people, they feel that they got a lot to lose, so they don't want to be connected to this right here. But like I said, you are innocent until proven guilty. And I just wish that our people, they would, follow that right there, because everybody, they deserve their day in court. They deserve their day in court. And as you can see right here, karma is coming, and it's going to hit 50 Cent as well. And if I was him, all the hell that I've been through, this man been shot 9 times. And I'm going to say allegedly, because I think they said 9 times. I wouldn't be sitting there trying to poke fun at no one. If anything, I would be face down, thanking God each and every day, being shot 9 times and you still out there acting like a fool. Wow. That's why I sit there and say, guys, the love of money is the root of all evil. The root of all evil. So let me know what your thoughts about all this right here. But like I said, if you did the crime, you do the crime. If you did the crime, you do the time. But still of all, just let, the investigators, let them go ahead and do their job. Stop trying to be the judge, the jury, and the executor. That is sad, because as you can see right here, I already saw all this in the spirit. And I remember, I don't know who it was. It was one of my subscribers. She's saying, "What you mean?" I was sitting there saying, I think it was last year, around maybe last year around October. And I was saying that this is the year of open shame. This is the year of exposure, where the Most High God, he's just not going to leave no rocks unturned. You're going to be exposed. And he's going to start with these celebrities, and he's going to start with, the people that we idolize. And look at all this stuff is happening. And this picture right here, this the picture that I had came up with. I was showing, some of the people on my community tab. I was saying, can you guess to see what was going on when it comes to this picture? I say, because this is the way that I saw it in the spirit, and what I did was I went ahead and I put together, how I saw on the spirit. And I was telling people to, come up with a title or guess, what's going on when you see this picture. But what I saw right here, this is what I saw in the spirit. And sure enough, all this stuff is happening. The black man is counted like sheep for the slaughter, because they do not want to see the black man rise. And when you see right here, you see the black man is off of his throne, and he's on the floor. And long as we keep our foot on our brother's neck, this is exactly where he's going to be. And everybody else is sitting in that throne, or sitting on the throne, except the black man. And right here, you see the queen. You're going to have a strong queen. You're going to have a strong back. And that's why I said, when it came to Beyonce and Jay-Z, they cannot go after Jay-Z, because Jay-Z, he done turned. He got a strong black woman, and I'm pretty sure that when it comes to his circle is very, very small. Not any and everybody can be able to come into his circle. But by him having a strong black woman, he can be able to sit on that throne. But as you can see right here on the other side, when you sit there and you take the black man and you take him off his throne, then that's going to tear down everything that he's connected to, especially when it comes to his family. And that's why I say all this right here is what I call white supremacists. And as you can see in the back, when you might sit there and see something, like a skeleton or whatever, something even demonic with that crown. That crown does not belong to this demon that you see in the black of this black woman. That crown belongs on that black man. But by the black man sitting there, is going and dipping and dabbing in the things of the world, it's causing him to fall. It's causing him to stumble. And like I said, these people, which I call them crafty counselors, they want something that they know belongs to us. They want to sit in that seat. And they are sitting in that seat right now. But they're going to have to come off. They're going to have to come off of that seat. And as you can see right here, these silly women, we got some silly sheeps selling their soul for almighty dollars. And when you see this black queen right here, and I'm gonna say a black queen, how you see the money that's in her hands, she's selling her soul. She's selling her soul for almighty dollars. And that's how I saw all this right here. I saw it all in a dream. And this right here is what I call Little Babylon, but it's hiding behind, as you can see, the United States is hiding behind a Confederate flag, because that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. Everything was built off of us, off the back of us. And it's time for us to raise the black man up, because as you can see right here, just like I said, the black man is counted like sheep for the slaughter. And they know if they can take the black man out of the home, away from the black woman, a strong black woman, then you're going to have these silly sheep like you see right now out there, sit there selling their soul for almighty dollars. And when things don't go their way, the first thing that they want to put their foot, help the our oppressors put their foot on their neck. And that's exactly what that means right there. So he that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit of the Lord. But this is how I saw all this right here in the dream. You do not gloat over no one else's downfall, because like I said, today is them and tomorrow it could be you. Tomorrow it can be you. Okay. So never gloat over no one else's downfall. And you could see right here, I had showed you guys some of these pictures. That was an overkill. That was, to me, it was like a lynch mob. When I saw this right here, it was a lynch mob. It was sending signals to other entertainers, other people. Don't cross them, because see, when I cross you, you cross me. This is the stuff that's going to happen. Notice Sean Combs, they didn't handcuff him, and they was out there. They didn't handcuff him, but they made sure that they handcuffed his children, because what they were doing is they were sending a message. That's exactly what they was doing. Hi, Lin Lin. I see Lin Lin is in the house. Guys, welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D. I see that I have 22 people on. Make sure you go ahead and hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. Like I say, whether you like it or not, at least you're here. Just support this channel. You don't have to cash out, but just to support it. And I know that when it comes to this channel right here, it may not be for everybody, but the thing about it is that I'm going to go ahead and stand on my truth. I'm going to stand on my truth. And also, we talked about this, and that's one of the reasons why they went ahead and demonetized me when I played one of the videos. Look at this right here. You remember all the stuff that had happened to the power that be, people that we cannot even mention their name. All the stuff that had happened in New York, when in the synagogue, they had that turner that, was going, Lord knows, and all the stuff that was in there. They had regular cops that was there. But when it came to Sean Combs' house, they had the military there. Over 40 military vehicles. I mean, they went in and they ramshacked this man's house, even ramshacked these kids' rooms. And look, if I was the girls, I wouldn't even want to stay there, because it's like, you have violated my rights. But that's how these people are, That's exactly how these people are. And that's why I say, he that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit of the Lord is saying. But you never gloat over nobody else's downfall. Never gloat over no one's downfall. It was something else I wanted to show you guys. I'm trying to see if I can go ahead and find it. I probably didn't put it on, but I thought it was something that I had put on. But I guess I didn't put it on, because I wanted to show you something else that I had saw, but I thought I had that slide on, but I guess I didn't. Let me see if I can pull it up somewhere else. But yeah, guys, let me know what your thoughts about it. Those that are in the bushes, hey, come out. I won't bite, long as you keep it on topic. But just don't gloat over no one else's downfall, and I know that we got, especially when it comes to these celebrities, they are some knuckleheads. They get this money and they lose their daggone mind. But we already know exactly how the system is set up. And we already know who are the puppet masters that's behind all this. And one thing about jealousy is crueler than the grave. When things don't go their way, what they'll do, they'll try to tear the entire house down. Something I'm trying to pull up, guys. Let me see if I can go ahead and pull this picture up. It's something I wanted to go ahead and show you guys. But jealousy, one thing about jealousy will keep their eyes on their prey until they take them out. And that is sad. But the real enemies, the real devils, they'll let them work overtime. So I want to go ahead and talk about this right here. Let me see if I can pull it up. I want to go ahead and show you this right here. And I hated to go ahead and change the subject, but I want to go ahead and talk about this right here, because, we just gloat over people's downfall. And the ones that comes on my channel, they know that, I talk a lot about, reality shows. well, just one reality show. I don't talk about all of them. Love and Marriage in Huntsville, because that's where my people at. We love to be entertained, and that we can get off of the soapbox and go out there and touch grass and start doing our proper research and see all the stuff that is going on. Especially behind closed doors, these people passing all types of laws, and all types of stuff is happening. In Haiti. I mean, just look how Haiti is. I mean, they are trying to overthrow Haiti, collapse Haiti, all the stuff that is going on, saying now they have like 20 gangs, and I mean, so much violence and so much stuff is happening. But the thing about it is that they don't want to get to the real issues. They don't want to get to the real issues. How all that stuff happened in Haiti. Sometimes you have to go to the root of the problem. I see Lindley says, thanks for people to be happy about this is very disturbing, because we all know he has kids, and some lost their mother. Absolutely. And the thing about it is that, it's our people. But then I sit there and say, you don't know who behind these fake profile pictures, because sometimes I know these crafty counselors, that's what I call them. I call them crafty counselors. They will use fake profile pictures, and you thinking that it's our people that's doing all this talking, but what they are doing is they will start that conversation, and before you know it, we add on it, just like with TMZ had put out a lot of false information, and I'm gonna say allegedly, because Roland Martin, he sat there, he came and he corrected a lot of stuff. We thought that the FBI, we thought Homeland Security, we thought that they was going and looking after going for Sean Combs, and found out this man was not charged for anything. But the way that they went ahead and they wrote that the headlines as if Sean Combs was on a run. So we thinking, that, oh my God, this man, he done got in this plane and he's flying across the country and he's running, but he was not arrested. He was not charged for anything. But yet we ran with this story. And a lot of stuff, like I say, it's because of money. Anytime when you find people that have so much money as Sean Combs, this man is a billionaire. So quite obvious, everybody is trying to get a piece of that. And the minute when things does not go their way, then they gonna find any opportunity when their time come to see if they can go ahead and tear it down. Guys, it never fails. It never fails, but it got so much stuff that is going on. You won't believe. Just go ahead and Google and see all the stuff that is going on in Haiti. I mean, these people are, so much stuff is happening to these people. It's like these people are in a war zone. They are in a war zone. So much stuff is happening. And now they're saying that it got 20 gangs that have formed with all types of guns and all. But where did they get those guns from? Where did they get all this from? And sometimes, we thinking that, just like I had got upset, I think it was the other day when I made that video, when one of the sisters, she had talked about this right here. Let me go ahead and get to this right here. When she had talked about right here, monsters in the hood, and she was going from this scripture, that she had read out of Esdras 5:8, when it was saying about wild beasts roam beyond their territory, and women will give birth to monsters. And when she had put that thumbnail, she had put the thumbnail, of Black people. And I was really devastated. I was traumatized, because you want to call our people monsters, and you wonder why these power that be, is able to sleep so comfortable and, get on with their life without any guilt because you taking it off of them. You calling your own people monsters. You demonizing your own people. But how did your people get to that state? Why are you seeing that our people are, coming together as we call in farming gangs and all this other stuff? But if you sitting there, you suppressing people and you pushing them into the corner and they have no jobs, and we got all these migrants coming and they are benefiting, getting free food and free benefits and getting $9,000 a month on rent and getting driver's license and getting jobs, and we got our own people, that's right here on American soil. They don't even have a roof over their heads. We got kids, coming out of school and homeless, living in their cars or under the bridge, but yet we got all these migrants coming in and getting SSI and getting food stamps and getting free housing and free groceries and living in luxury hotels, but yet you want to call your own people monsters. Why? Like I said, when it comes to the system is not broken. The system is only doing what the system is designed to do. And that's real talk, guys. Lillian says, I believe that no civil suits should be filed if a police report does not exist. Absolutely. All this right here is just like they say, it's nothing but a witch hunt, because they know that the elections coming out, Trump, he going to court next month. All this right here, guys, like I said, you cannot just see it, from the physical side. You have to see it in the spiritual side, because all this right here is just a cheap trick. It's just a cheap trick. All this is what I call distraction. And I know you guys don't want to hear it, but this is what I call distraction. They gonna do any and everything. And the thing about it, they going to use these big celebrities, because they know we idolize people like that. So what we could do, because we need to pass some laws. We need to get this stuff going. We need to put fear, because they know we are type of people, they'll do a little thing to us, and before you know it, put fear in us, and are we all in our feelings, just like last time when it happened to George Floyd. Like I said, a lot of this stuff, and I'm just talking in the spirit. Like I say, when it comes to this channel is not for everybody. Why you think I don't have a lot of viewers? Because I stand on my truth. But a lot of this stuff, they do it because they know it's going to trigger us. It's going to set us off. They know that we are what I call emotional people. So they're going to do things like that just to get a reaction. Why they do something else over time, or saying, look, if this happened, then I can get them at the ballot boxes. Like I said, guys, these is what I call crafty counselors. This is what I call crafty counselors. And the thing about it, we wants to sit there and we wants to point the finger, like that movie. What that movie is called, the Body Snatchers. That's what we act like. We act like a body snatchers. You remember that movie, the Body Snatchers, when every time when you saw someone that was not brainwashed or whatever they was, their body wasn't snatched out, we'll point the finger and we say, oh, look at that person right there. They making some kind of noise. That's how we are. That's how we are. That's why I sat there and said, all this right here is what I call the hunt for the black man, hunt for the destroy our families, because they know when they destroy our families, then everything else is going to come down crashing. And that's how it is with Haiti. We looking at Haiti as a third world country, but Haiti was not a third world country. All the resources, all our food supplies, they were sitting there, they were sending it to the United States. Haiti back then was taking care of many different countries. many different countries. So how that a country that was so rich in resources, now they sitting there fighting for their lives. When we had the former president, one of the former presidents, it was under their watch, Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton and all the aides that was supposed to go to Haiti. None of that stuff, like I said there and say, got to where it needed to get, where it could have built these people out of the bondage that they was in. Come on, guys, wake up. Can't you see all this right here is what I call a cheap trade? That's all it is, a cheap trade. Uh, Lynn says, think for people to be happy about this. It's very disturbing because we all know, yes, absolutely, absolutely. But that's what I really wanted to go ahead and talk about, guys. That's what I want to talk about. And I also had talked about Candace Owens, how she went against this rabbi. And the minute when she went against this rabbi, what happened to her? What happened to her? They went ahead and they let her go. But like I said, when it comes to these people, they going to stick together. When they pat each other on the back, it means that I want to learn from you. But when we pat each other back, we try to stab each other in the back. And long as we got this division and long as we fighting, they can continue working overtime on us. They can continue doing what they are doing to us. But when we come together, guys, when we come together in unity, even demons will tremble. Even demons will fall to their knees. But long as we divide it, long as we turn each other down, then they gonna continue with it. That's just like in the Bible. I don't know if some of you guys, y'all in tune with your spirituality. Like I say, when it comes to the Bible, I look at it as Bible prophecies. I don't look at it as pre-ancient stories. But in the Old Testament, when Moses had his hands up, he was winning the war. But the minute when his hands went down, he started losing. So what I'm sitting there saying, guys, long as we are together raising each other up, then we can be able to put Satan to his knees. But long as we sit there, we divided, we tearing each other apart, then things like this is going to continue. Things like this going to continue. When are we going to wake up? When are we going to stop acting like children? That's exactly what we're acting like children. Look at this right here. When President Biden had invited a rapper by the name of Gorilla, guys, to the White House. And like I said, these people do not take us serious. Come on, guys, wake up. Wake up. These people do not take us serious. Had a rapper by the name of Gorilla at the White House when we got all these people that's very knowledgeable when it comes to politics. Could have had Clyde Anderson. Dr. Clyde Anderson, especially when it comes to our economy. Why they don't invite people like that? Why, guys? Because they don't take us serious. Because if they took us serious, they would never had a rapper or always go after these rappers. Look, the last time he went after Cardi B. Make it make sense. He could have went to Roland Martin. Roland Martin probably would have wobble for him, but he still would have got the job done. Could have got Candace Owens. Even though she probably would have sat there and aired out our dirty laundry, but she would have got the job done. I would rather see them than see someone that is not knowledgeable at all. So like I said, guys, a lot of this stuff right here is just a distraction. That's the bottom line. That's what I want to say. A lot of this stuff is a distraction. And they know if they can put all this garbage in our way, then they can continue rocking us to sleep. And that's exactly what they are doing. So when are we going to wake up, guys? When are we going to wake up and come out of her? When are we going to say enough is enough? When are we going to stop dipping and dabbing in the things of this world and stop playing on the devil's playground? Because one thing about the devil does not play fair. Much is given, much is required. And it costs, and the cost is very severe. And I know you guys, I know you guys don't want to hear stuff like this because you love your ears to be tickled. You love people to sit there and give you all this gossip. But like I said there and say, this is the year of exposure. This is the year where you're not going to be able to bring in that old baggage into this new year right here because you're either in or out. You either hot or you cold, but you cannot be in between because he's going to spew you out. He's going to expose you. And the thing about it is that you see our people are falling like flies, and they laughing. They laughing all the way to the bank because you know who going to get rich? The lawyer's going to get rich. The judge is going to get rich. But I promise you, none of that money is going to be poured into your community. And you guys were saying that Sean Combs don't do nothing for the black community. That's a lie. That is a lie. I sat there and I Googled the stuff that this man did for different colleges, millions of dollars. This man did a lot of donations. But people is not going to talk about stuff like that. They're only going to talk about the bad. Nobody going to talk about the good. Look how they said now bringing up this little white guy, what's his name? Justin Bieber, bringing him when he was 16 years old and making it look like he was a pedophile. This man said that this was business. This was not this man trying to embed himself with Justin Bieber. But the way that they trying to paint it, because you see, when they really don't have nothing, what they do is they demonize you. So if they can sit there and try to assassinate your character and smear it, then that's what they're going to do. And now we running. Oh, he was a pedophile. Oh, he was this. Oh, he was that. And half of us don't even know these people from a can of paint. What if someone started looking into your business and start looking and shining a light on you, how you tearing down people? Because like I say, what goes around comes around. It's going to come back because words are seeds. Words are powerful. Words are like spells. You're going to reap what you sow. It's going to come back. That's why I sit there and say, I tell you guys all the time, never gloat over no one else's downfall. Never. Because the day is dim and tomorrow it could be you. And when it's you, you may not be able to handle it. And that's real talk. Can't get no clearer than this. Just say, ouch. I can't sugarcoat it. People, they looking for channels, people that's going to tickle their ears and act all buffoonery. And like I say, it's a time and a place for it, all that. I talks about certain reality shows because that's where my people at. Some people are saying, why you always talk about them? Because that's where our people at. Sometimes we can take the foolish things of this world to conform the wise. But guys, how long we going to continue being entertained? How long are we going to sit there and bug dance and jick and jive for these people? It's time for us to sit there and get serious. We got to put the whole armor of God on. We can't keep leaving out half cock because as you can see, the one thing about the devil is not slack on his job. And I'm not talking about this red suit with the pitchfork. I'm not talking about those type of devils. I'm talking about the real ones that's working overtime on you. They don't sleep until they tear you down. But we still sleeping. We still bug dancing. It's time for us to come out of her, guys. It's time for us to come out of her. He that have an ear, let him hear. Because as you can see right here, these people are not playing at all. They are not playing at all because they know that their time is almost up. But you cannot keep gloating and over somebody else's downfall. Let's go ahead and read this right here. I want to go read this right here. You cannot gloat over no one else's downfall because I promise you, when it's your turn, you won't be able to handle it. Let's read this right here right quick. Let me see if I can pull it up. Let's read this. Right here it says in Proverbs, I think that's Proverbs. Yeah, Proverbs 24 and 17. It says, do not gloat when your enemies falls, and do not let your heart be glad when he stumbles, or the Lord will see and be displeased and turn his anger away from him. So right there, that's exactly what 50 Cent is going through, because what he's doing was he was around and he was gloating and he was happy of somebody else's downfall. So now that you making fun of someone else's demise, the Most High God might say, well, look, I'm going to give him mercy. I'm going to take my wrath away from him and I'm going to put it on you. I'm going to put it on you. You see how it works? That's why you got to be careful how you treat people, because revenge is the Lord's. The revenge is not yours. The revenge is the Lord's. So you can't sit there and continue going out there and trying to help people because you think that that person does not deserve God's amazing grace. Who are you? What makes you the judge, the jury, and the executor? Who are you? Because you never know how God operates. He might change his mind. And before you know it, you are out your mind, because all the stuff that you was trying to put upon somebody else, it fell on you. This is real, guys. Can't get no real than this. This is no more games. No more games. Church as usual is over. This is the real church. And we are the ones that's sitting on the judgment seat. So make sure you give a good report, because you're going to have to answer for that, because all eyes are watching. God is watching. Like I said there and say, do you think that God needs your help? No, the Most High God does not need your help. He sees all things. He knows all things. And I'm pretty sure many of times he told Sean Combs, pump your brakes, pump your brakes. Come out of her, come out of her. Most likely, that's probably why he had TD Jakes on his side. He probably was trying to turn his life around. But you know, when you sign your name on that dotted line, them people is not going to just let you just go away. Not us. They're not going to let us go away. And I talk about it all the time. We cannot die with our legacy intact. Either we 6 feet under or we in jail. But they gets to die with their legacy intact. Look at Elvis Presley, Woody Allen, Hugh Hefner. These people died with their legacy intact. Nickelodeon, all the stuff that is going on with the documentary. Nobody talks about Nickelodeon. Maybe, that's the reason why all this stuff happened with Sean Combs, because they're going to make a public spectacle out of us. But you don't hear now one pin drop. One pin drop. Yeah, they made a documentary, but you don't see bloggers making 101 videos a day about all the stuff that had happened in Nickelodeon. You don't hear them talking about that. You don't hear that. I mean, I be watching these content creators. I mean, they just out of their mind, just so happy of somebody else's downfall. Your own people. And guys, I got a few more minutes. Your own people. It's just to show you guys we got a long ways to go. Like I always tell you, we have to fight white supremacists on one hand, and we got to fight our own people. That's a lot. That's a lot, guys. But I promise you, they're not going to sit there and mess with their own. But they will help you to keep your foot on your own people. And that's why I went ahead and I made this right here. I made this right here. I saw this. This is exactly how I saw in the spirit. And I was willing to sit there and pay people to sit there and interpret this, which I already knew what it was. But I wanted to see if they can see it. He that have ears, he that have an eye, let him hear. Let him see what the Spirit of the Lord is saying. It's time for the black man to rise. But every time when they see our people starting to rise and get back on their rightful throne, they dare to sit there and use our own people to keep them back down. But when are we going to say enough is enough? When are we going to catch on what's going on? When are we coming out of the wilderness? When are we coming out of the wilderness and stop allowing these people to work overtime on us? Leave these people money alone because, like I said, the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. It all belongs to us anyway. All this right here belongs to us. Leave these people money alone. Leave it alone because it's all ours anyway. We are the lifeline to everything that exists. Everything that exists, we are the lifeline. But how are we going to sit there and put the black man and the black family back on their rightful throne? Because we already know it was already exposed. We already know who we are. We didn't need Putin. Let me see if I can find this right here. We didn't need Putin. We didn't need him to tell us how the Messiah looked. We didn't need Putin to tell us that. We already knew how the Messiah looked. We didn't need him to tell us that. I don't know if I have it, but we didn't need him to tell us that. We already know how the Messiah looked. Now we got everybody sitting there making videos, and because Putin, he letting you know that he had in his archive, the all the artifacts of the Black Messiah and the Black Madonna. We already knew that. Even the Pope, the Vatican, they knew all that. When the Vatican, the Pope, they go and they worship to a Black Madonna, a Black Messiah, but they're not going to show you that. They're not going to show you they nailing down to a Black Madonna, a Black Messiah. But we already know who we are. Start researching. And that's why they put all this foolish stuff all in our way, because they know if we start waking up, when we start researching and start finding out who we are, then, like I say, demons going to tremble. They will pay these entertainers. Let me tell you a secret. I got 3 more minutes. Let me tell you a secret. They will pay entertainers millions and billions of dollars to entertain us because it's a distraction, because they know we idolize these people. So they will pay these people to distract us while they work overtime on us. All this stuff right here, what you're seeing, it's just planted. It's just planted. But the thing about it, when it comes to our silly sheets, we don't see it. We thinking that, we got there because of our own merits. No, because if you got there on your own merits, you don't need them. You would have all the necessary stuff that you need to sit there and be your own promoter and get your own entertainment business and write your own checks. You don't have to go to the power that be. And that's why we call it the power that be, because we are the ones. We are the ones that's pouring into that system. But when are we going to wake up and come out of her and start doing for ourselves? Because like I said there and say, ain't nobody going to pick you up. Nobody is going to tell you the truth but you. We spend trillions of dollars a year, and we ain't got nothing to show for it. And soon in a minute, when we got our knucklehead entertainers making billions of dollars, they will find a way to put it back into the white power. They will find a way to put it back into the system. And that's exactly what they're doing, because they're not going to sit there and allow this black man or any black man to sit there and take that money and pour it into his community. And I'm pretty sure that they was trying to turn it around, just like Master P. They was trying to turn it around. But like I said there and say, we have to be careful how we cast our pearls to swines, because they're not going to let you pour that back into your community if you keep sitting there dipping and dabbing in the things of the world. Either you're going to be, like I said, in jail, 6 feet under, or they're going to send a plant, send one of their people, like Dr. Umar would say, a snow bunny. And that money is not going to go back into the Black community. That money is going into their community. See, they know how to squeeze that money out of you. Come on, guys, wake up. Wake up. He that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit of the Lord is saying. So, guys, on that note, you all be blessed and you all enjoy the rest of your day.